got it on his face.
Good.
We're off.
Alright, so today we're going to be doing a drill on the gas detector. As you all know, we've got a new gas detector, so we'll brush up on our skills on it, and hopefully by the end of the drill everyone will be confident in using and operating the gas detector, as well as being able to conduct a SIMS check and field bump test. Alright, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be showing you how to operate and conduct a SIMS check. I'll be showing you how to do it, and then I'll get you two blokes to run through it and make sure you know how to do it. I'll be giving you a few discussion questions throughout the drill, just to make sure we're all understanding how to use the gas detector. And I'll have, as I said before, one person demonstrate how to do the field bump test, and one person to demonstrate how to do the weekly test and inspect, and after use check on the gas detector. And I'll also be showing you how to use the computer to find the recommended practices on the old Air 5X gas detector and the Galaxy GX2 calibration station for the gas detector. Alright, so how you start off with, we'll start off with the after use and weekly inspect and test. So what we first do is inspect the case for any wear, tear or damage. The case is fairly new, so there's no damage to it. From there, we'll move on to check the inventory. The inventory is the back of the SIM sheet. So you've got your field calibration test, how to do it all. Got your gas detector, your air sampling wand, got your calibration gas cylinder, demand flow regulator, your 3 spare batteries in here, your NSA screwdriver, spare water stop filters, 5 spare dust filters, shoulder strap, wrist strap, and also you've got the CD manual to run you through how to do it. Alright, so to start, get out the gas detector, use the power button, turn it on, pretty straightforward there. It'll run through a self-testing thing, which can take a minute or two. The gas detector checks that it's working properly intrinsically. Then after it does this, you'll be prompted to check the air supply, the gas inlet at the back. What you have to do is put your finger over the back of it there when it prompts you to do that, and to make sure that the air intake is working correctly. Right now it comes out with pump test, block sampling one. Put your finger on there, and that's come up fine. Okay, from here you check that it's Cessnock Fire Station. You've got the details down there to make sure it's our gas detector. You also want to make sure the battery is more than a quarter full, which it is. Again, the gas detector just goes through and checks itself. After it does this self-check, then what we're going to do is we're going to do the fresh air setup. So the air in here is pretty fresh. It's all pretty open, so it should be fine to do a zeroing fresh air setup. Just wait for this to tick over. I suppose when we connect the wand up here and we're sampling gas, does anyone know, do we get a reading straight away of the surrounding air?
No.
Not immediately.
Not immediately, no? How
Yes.
long do you think the delay will be? Oh, you do think so? Okay.
Can be up to a couple of minutes.
It's got to
Couple
come
of
down the
minutes.
wand, doesn't it?
Okay. Well, our recommended practice says it's about 10 to 15 seconds, so there's a bit of a delay. Probably not 2 minutes.
Not as bad as the old one, eh?
No, it's not as bad as the old one.
It's good snow bringing.
Okay, so here we've got the fresh air set up. We've actually just missed it, so we'll have to hold the button down for 5 seconds here. And do the fresh air setup, press down for the fresh air setup. It's come up complete. Okay, so after it has been 0, then we'll move on to doing the weekly test and inspect. So I'll get you to come over here and have a look. Okay, so first of all we've got to check the Galaxy GX2. What you have to do is just check all the electrical cords, make sure it's all connected properly, the tags are all tested and within date. I've already checked all that, so that's fine. I want to check the cylinder expiry date, which is just here. It's a 2017, so it's plenty of time left. If the Galaxy detector prompts for low cylinder pressure, then we need to contact the gas helpline. How you tell if it's low pressure is this green light here says that there is plenty of gas in there. If it's yellow, the gas pressure is low or nearing expiry date. If it's blinking amber, there's a hardware problem, and if it's red, the cylinder is empty or the date has expired. You also need to inspect the clean air filter on the side here, just to make sure that there's no dirt or anything inside there, which is fine. You also inspect the seal where you connect the gas detector to, and that is also fine, it's pretty new. Just want to make sure it's not worn, it'll give false results and it could fail. Okay, so to do the bump test, we connect it in backwards as so. Slide it in there, push it up, and that'll just connect on there. And it'll go through and calibrate the gas detector and also bump test it in the same instance. Okay, so after this is done, do we think that we need to reset the peak values?
No.
No?
Doesn't it do it all itself?
Yes, it does it all itself. So there's no need to reset the peak readings like we used to.
That
It just does it
itself.
itself. It'll come up down the bottom here with the green pass, and that means the bump test is complete. You just push it in slightly, lift it up, and it should slide down and pull out easily. I might get Andrew to just run through how to do the bump test. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So put it in backwards. Put it in backwards. Bottom one first. Yep.
Slide it into the rapid boot.
Yep.
Flashing red, is that good?
Waiting. Bump progress.
Flashing red just means it's working. Yes. Alright. While that's going, we'll just might go through what limitations the gas detectors have. Anyone know what limitations a gas detector might have?
What it's calibrated for.
Pass.
Huh?
What it's calibrated for.
Okay, that's a
So
pass.
now I should pull out.
Yes. You might want to just lift it up a bit here and then slide it down. Yeah, you don't want to grab that thing, mate.
With this in.
Grab it here. go.
Oh.
Can be a bit tricky to get out sometimes.
Yes, I found that in the past.
Alright. That was pretty straightforward. I'll get you to do the field calibration. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Just a discussion question. Again, as I said, what limitations do we think the gas detector has?
Would the user be one limitation?
The user could be a big limitation. Yes, that was in the recommended practices, but they could definitely be in there. One such thing. It won't work underwater. No, that is another thing. Gas being a liquid, you wouldn't think it would work underwater.
It won't work on the moon.
Won't work on the moon either, no. If the atmosphere is very O2 rich or deficient, combustible and toxic gas readings can be affected. Also, with the gas detector, when it is in alarm, it sucks the battery very quickly, so the batteries can run out if it is not silenced quickly. If you're using it in, say, a fire or very hot fire or a furnace, a high sample temperature also affects the readings. And in high humidity, over time, it can lessen oxygen readings. Okay, we'll move on to the field pump test. Stephen's already set up here. You just have to check the cylinder is in date, obviously. It's all connected up fine. We select to do the bump test first before connecting the one. Select bump test, yes. Plug it in there. Flick it. Let it carry out the bump test. Gives all the ticks, which means it's fine, passed. Okay. Would you like to give it a try, Stephen? We'll just wait for it to 0. Okay. Before you check the one, you've got to do the bump test. Yep.
Do I press yes?
Yep, press yes.
And then what?
Now connect the wand to the bump test.
Oh, no.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh,
No,
it's
you're
these.
Yes. Oh, there. And then you bump test. Then you flick it off.
How do I flick it off?
There you go.
Okay.
Like that. And just wait for it to 0 again. That's how we do a field bump test.
That gas is smelling on that.
The gas is very smelly.
So you might have to check up on that. I'm sure I'll make it as connected first.
No.
It was already doing that.
Yeah, it was already doing it.
The reading before it was connected.
Okay, Andrew. We can check up on that on the recommended practices.
It's 0.
It's 0. Excellent. Okay. Do you blokes know how to turn it off?
You press the off button.
Yeah.
Attach cow gas and press down for bump test. Okay. So Andrew was right.
No, you've proved me wrong. You attach the one there first. Very,
It
very
is
well
in
done,
the,
Andrew.
the cheat sheet here, but it goes in there.
Okay. Alright, to turn it off, you hold down the on-off button for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, ripper.
You ripper. Alright, then I'll show you how to get in the recommended practices. Typing your username and password.
I have them here.
Huh?
I printed them off earlier.
Yeah, I've still got to show you how to access them.
It's pretty obvious that I know how to print them off. There's not much.
Okay, so we go in the Internet Explorer, which should take us to our intranet site.